So last week we started working with a combined case study like this. We said that in this case study there are, let's say, 3 ISPs. We have, let's say, these particular routers belong to the ISP number 1, and these routers belong to ISP number 2. These routers belong to ISP number 3. Now the ISPs, the network of the ISP is identified by a number called as autonomous system. So ISP1 network is identified by AS100, ISP2 by AS200, ISP3 by AS300. The internet is divided into small areas, and those areas are called as what? Autonomous systems. Different ISPs will take care of different areas. So we'll come to that later. We'll understand more in depth about what is meant by an AS later. As of now, let's understand there are 3 different ISPs, and their networks are identified by AS100, AS200, and then AS300. Now within the ISP network, we use routing protocols like RIP protocol, EIGRP, OSPF. We also may use static routing. We also can use something called as ISIS. ISIS stands for intermediate system to intermediate system. The different routing protocols are there. We are only going to learn in our syllabus. Maybe later when we work with Cisco packet address, it doesn't support ISIS routing protocol. So I did not include ISIS as of now. Maybe later, once you work with the JNS3, we'll also be learning about ISIS. So within the ISP network, use routing protocols like RIP, OSPF, EIGRP, ISIS, and these are called as interior gateway protocols. Interior gateway protocols. So these are called as interior gateway protocols. Now, in between the ISPs, if at all the customers belonging to one ISP, they want to talk to customers belong to other ISP. In between so ISP also routing has to get exchange. So we keep a border router here, border router. We also keep a border router for the second ISP, border router. And in between the border routers, we enable something called as BGP routing protocol. BGP routing protocol. Like BGP, we also have one more protocol called as EGP, Exterior Gateway Protocol. So these 2 protocols could be used in between the ISPs. BGP, Border Gateway Protocol, or EGP, Exterior Gateway Protocol. This has become, like, say, obsolete. So we mostly use what? We use, like, say, BGP routing protocol now. So BGP is called as what? EGP, Exterior Gateway Protocols. These are EIGRP, RIP protocol, OSPF, ISIS are called as IGP, Interior Gateway Protocols. Whereas BGP and EGP, the name also is EGP. These 2 fall under the category called as Exterior Gateway Protocols. So we have seen how to configure RIP protocol, EIGRP, OSPF for AS100, right? So last week we have seen how to configure RIP protocol here, how to configure EIGRP here, how to configure OSPF here, how to configure static routes here, and also redistribute from one routing protocol to other routing protocol. we could ask the protocol to redistribute EIGRP 100 as well as OSPF as well as static and also as well as connected network IDs. We also have seen the same thing for EIGRP and OSPF also. Because static routing, we can't read this no routing protocol here. We had a default route to reach other network IDs pointing to the downstream router. Similarly, we have also enabled OSPF on these routers here. We also enabled EIGRP 200 on these routers here. And then redistributed from OSPF to EIGRP and also EIGRP to OSPF. Right. Now, once all the routes have come here, so if at all now I go to, let's say, R9, the border router, I should see all these routes, all the 20 series routes, all the 30 series routes, all the 40 series routes, and also 50 series routes, and also 160, 180, 160, 180, 130, 140, and also 180, 190. I should see on R9 router. Let us see this. Let's go to R9. Give the command show IP route. So I go to R9 router here. I go to R9 router. On R9 router, I give the command enable. I give the command show IP route. When I say show IP route here, I could see all these routes. I can see 20 or 20 series routes, 30 series routes, 40 series routes, 50 series routes, and also 130, 140, 160, 170, 180, 190. So because I have done redistribution here on the topology properly, we are able to see all these routes in the routing table of R9. Similarly, if I go to R10, now, I should see all these routes. I should see, let's say, routes from 60 series, also 70 series, and also I should see, like say, 201.202 and also 207.208 on R10. Let us go to R10 now. So I go to R10. I go to R10. So I go to R10. In R10 here, I say enable. I give the command show IP route. I can see all these routes like 60 series I can see. I could also see 70 series. I could also see 201 network and also 207 network on R10 router. So I'm able to bring successfully all the routes till the border router of ISP1 and also border router of ISP2. Now let us do the same thing here on ISP3 also. Before we do enable BGP and then send all the routes from all the routers. So shall we do that? Or let's finish our BGP here and then send these routes properly. Make sure that these two customers could talk to each other. Then let's see how to connect the other ISP also. Or what shall we do? Shall we finish our BGP first and then go to this ISP, or shall we finish all IGPs first and come to BGP? Okay, let's finish up all IGPs first and then come to BGP. So as how we are done here, I would like to do the same thing on these routers. Now let us enable EIGRP between R15, R16, and then R17. So let us go to R15, R16, R17. Enable what? Enable EIGRP on R17. So EIGRP out of the AS number is what? 300. So let us go to R15 and then configure on this particular router the EIGRP 300 routing. How do you do that? I go to R15 and I should enable EIGRP only on this 81 network here. It's a serial 0/0/1. So I go to R15. I go to R15. I say enable. I give the command show IP route. So I should enable on serial 0/0/1. So I say configure terminal router EIGRP 300 and I give the command network 81.0.0.0. Similarly, I go to the R16 router and enable it on serial 0/0/0 and now serial 0/0/1 on R16, both 81 and 82 networks. So I go to R16. I go to R16. From R16, I give the command enable. I say show IP route. I could see routes for 81, 82 network. I say configure terminal. I say router EIGRP 300. And I give the command network 81.0.0.0 and also network 82.0.0.0. 81 and 82 on R16. Similarly, I go to R17, enable on this interface serial 0/0/0. So I go to R17. So I go to R17, I say enable, I say show IP route. I should enable on serial 0/0/0 82 network. I say configure terminal router EIGRP 300 and I give the command network 82.0.0.0. So we configured EIGRP and all these three routers now. So now if I go to R17, show IP route, I should see about what? 81 network ID also here, right? So let's go to R17 and say show IP route on R17. So I go to R17. I give the command show IP route. I could see routes for 81 network ID also because of what? D. D stands for what? Dual. Fine. Now let us configure RIP protocol on these routers like R21 and also R20 and also R17. Let's configure an R21 now. An R21, if you see carefully, there's no router this side. So I don't come to these routers by redistributing the connected network IDs into what? RIP protocol. I ask the protocol to redistribute the connected network IDs. If I give the network command for 193.193, unnecessarily RIP will be sending the update this also, which is not required. So I just try to redistribute the connected network IDs into RIP protocol. So let's do that on R21. So I go to R21. In R21, I say enable. I say show IP route. These two are directly connected network IDs. So I say configure terminal. I say router RIP, and I give the command network 100.0.0.0, and I say redistribute the connected network IDs. Because I did not want to enable on the other interface, but still I want this network to be known to other routers. So I give the command redistribute the connected network IDs. At one go, I did this. If that is the case, now I should enable RIP on R20 also, and enable on what? Both 100 network ID as well as 101 network ID. Let's go to R20 and do this. So I go to R20. I go to R20. In R20, I say enable. I say show IP route. I can see the connected network IDs. I say what? Configure terminal. I give the command router RIP, and I say network 100.0.0.0 and also network 101.0.0.0. Similarly, I go to the next router. I go to, like, say, R17. In R17, and again, I enable RIP protocol. Enable it only on this interface 00/1/1, 101 network ID. So I go to R17. So in R17, I give the command. I say configure terminal. I give the command router RIP, and I give the command network 101.0.0.0. Now in R17, if I give the command show IP route, in R17, if I give the command show IP route, I say show IP route, I should see these routes in the RIP because of RIP protocol. Which networks? 100 network and 193.193 network. I go to R17 now. When I say show IP route, I should see what? I should see 183.193 network and also 100 network ID on this particular R17, right? I'm able to see these two network IDs. Let's confirm again. I can see these two networks in the routing table. Now, similarly, let us configure OSPF routing protocol on R22, R23 routers and also R17. So how do we enable it on R17 now? I go to R17 router OSPF10. I interface serial 0/1/0 on this interface. 0/1/0, right? So let's do that on R17. So I say R17 configure terminal router OSPF10. I say exit interface serial 0/1/0 IP OSPF10 area 1. IP OSPF10 area 1. I also go to R22, enable it on serial 0/0/0, 0/0/1, both these interfaces. I go to R22. I go to R22. I say enable, I say show IP route, I say configure terminal, router OSPF10, I say exit, I say interface serial 0/0/0, IP OSPF10 area 1, and also I say exit interface serial 0/0/1, IP OSP of 10 area 1. I enable it on both the interfaces. Right. Similarly, I go to the next router. I go to R23. Enable only on this interface serial 0/0/0. I don't want enable on this interface because there's no router here. But I want this network ID to be known to these routers. I say, well, redistribute the connected network IDs. So let's do that on R23. So I go to R23. On R23, I say enable. I say configure terminal router OSP of 10. I say exit interface serial 0/0/0 IP OSP of 10 area 1. Right, and also I say exit. Again, I go back to router OSP of 10. I give the command redistribute the connected network IDs. Right. So now once I do that, I should see these routes in the routing table. So now if I go to R7, I should see what? I should see 112 network and also 169.179 network ID. So 112 and 161. Because otherwise I go to R17. I go to R17. I say exit. I say exit. I say show IP route. I say OSPF. It shows that these two routes are there in the routing table. Now let us do static routing here. So now this part is what? R19 and all, I should add static routes. What network IDs are there now? 92 network, 91 network, and then 211.212.213 network. These three networks are there in this particular static routes. So R18 should know for what? All the three network IDs. It knows for 91 network and 92 network because these two are directly connected. I should only add routes for what? This particular network ID saying that pass on the packet to so and so route. And what IP address? This IP address, right? So in R18, I should add only one static route for 211.212.213.0. Pass on the packet to whom? 91.0.0.1. Let's do that on R18. So I go to R18. I go to R18. There, if I say enable, I say show IP route. I could see this route in the routing, only 91, 92. But I don't have routes in the routing table for the 211 network ID. So I say configure terminal IP route 211.212.213.0 255.255.255.0. Pass on the packet to 91.0.0.1. 91.0.0.1. So I read this route in the routing table of R18. Now if I give the command show IP route, it shows that routes are there for this particular network. Fine. Similarly, let us go to the next router. Again, if I see here, if I go to R18, R19, R19 knows for what? R19 knows for these two networks where these two are directly connected. It doesn't know for 92 networks. I say for 92, pass on the packet whom now 91.0.0.2. So let us do that on R19. So I go to R19. I say enable. I say show IP route. So there I should give the routing table for what? I should add a route for 92 network ID and R19. So I say configure terminal IP route. I say for 92.0.0.0, 255.0.0.0, pass on the packet to whom? 91.0.0.2, 91.0.0.0. I say. Now I go to R19, I give the command show IP route. It shows that routes are there for this network ID. Show IP route static. This shows the routes are there for 92 network, pass on the packet to 91.0.0.2, right? Fine. Now, if I go to the R17 route, R17 router, it knows only for 92 network ID only because this one is directly connected. But I should add route for what? 91 network and also 211.212.213.0. Pass on the packet to whom now? 92.0.0.1. Let us do that. So I go to R17. R17. I add two routes here. I say configure terminal. I say IP route for 91.0.0.0, 255.0.0.0, pass on the packet to 92.1, 92.0.0.1. And also I say IP route for 211.212.213.0, 255.255.255.0. Pass on the packet to 92.1, 92.0.0.1. Add these two routes. Now again, if I go here, I say show IP route static. I should see these two routes in the routing table. Right? We have done this. You understand? No, so we have done these routes. So we have done we have added routes route. We have done, let's say, EAJ routing protocol here. We configure REAP protocol this side. We configure OSPF here. We also configure static routing. Now what I should do is, we should now do redistribution between the routing protocol. We should ask one routing protocol to redistribute the routes of other routing protocol. On where I should do all this now? On R17. But before that, if I go to R17, let's give the command show IP connected. It shows what? These two routes. Show IP static. It should show these routes. Show IP EHRP, it should show this particular route. Show IP route OSP should see what? This and this. Show IP REAP protocol routes, you should show this particular, right? Let's do that on R17 before proceeding further. So I go to R17. There I give the command show IP route. It shows all the routes in the routing table. Show IP route because of connected. You show these four routes. Show IP route because of static. You show these two routes. Show IP route because of REAP protocol. It shows these two routes. Show IP route because of EIGRP. Show this route. Show IP route because of OSPF. You show these routes in the routing. Right? Select the different sources are there on the routing table. Show route shows all the routes in the routing table. When I give the command show IP protocols, I could see that all these EIGRP routing protocol is enabled on this router. RIP protocol is enabled on this router. And then OSPF also is enabled on this particular router. Right? Fine. Now, let's say if you have any doubts, you can ask me now. You can unmute yourself and ask doubts if you have interest. Any questions you have to ask, please ask me now before we proceed for redistribution.
Yes, Mr. Koti.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, when
Yes,
you're
sir.
configuring the OSPF, you say area 1. How do you pick the number for the area? Is it the last digit?
Just like that I did. Like say I could have kept all this in area 1, area 2, area 3. I just took area 1. That's all. I could have taken area 0 also. I just took it like that, area 1. Assumed it as area 1. Only one area.
So the number is not specific.
Not specific. Maybe somebody would have specified. Maybe the current the company specified make it in area 1. I just took as area 1. You can take any area as far as it's only one area. More than one area, it should at least have one area as what? Area 0. We'll see these concepts in OSPF later.
And what like when you finish configuring, you always finish with WR. What does that mean?
No, I'm saying press saves, write command. I'm trying to save the configuration in the running configuration. Save. I'm saving the running configuration to startup configuration. So next time when the router boots, it will have the configuration saved in it. I'm trying to save the configuration by giving the command write. WR is write.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, Professor Koti.
Abdi Hakim.
Yeah, thanks. And on the static route.
Yes.
And how come you didn't add an default route?
Do that. Right now, I should do static routing so that these networks only are reachable by each other, right? I did OSPF here only to make these routers know only these routes only, only these routes only, only these routes only. When I do redistribution, I try to do also add the default routes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because I can't redistribute from RIP protocol, EIGRP, OSPF into static routes.
Yeah.
I simply add a default route on the routers in the static routing domain.
Okay, no problem. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Koti Bhai.
Yes, sir, Muhammad Ali Wadat.
Yeah, in the other topology yesterday and the day before in router 6 on the static area, we everything was configured, but then when you ping, all the systems are pinging each other apart from the static, and the issue was on router 6, and everything was okay, but then it's still, even though the router is connected and all the IP address and everything is done, that was a problem. And once I changed, I think Abdul Hakim done it as well. Once we changed the router to a different router, I can't remember what number was, but I think it's on the last 4th router. That's the one we changed it to it, then it would work. So my question is, why was the router 6 was given as an issue rather than others? Because every other router we had no issue with it.
No, you did the lab on your own, right? So maybe the physically you did not connect it properly because you replace the router with some other router. How did you solve the problem?
By replacing that router.
Yeah. So when replacing the router means maybe you did not use the connections properly. You would have serial 0/1/1. Maybe it would have connected to some other interface. Some issue might be there like that. Or else when you give the IP address, you did not give the IP address properly first time. When you replace already some other router, maybe that time you read properly. It could be the reason.
If you go to Packet Tracer, I'll show you which router we replaced to in router 6 when it start working. So go to Packet Tracer, please.
Yes, sir. I'm going.
It was route
This one is R6 router. This one is R6.
1, 2, 3, 4. I think we replaced it on route 1841. The 1841 worked.
Mhm.
Because the rest of the routers, all the routers, they were 2811, and router 6 was 2811, but it wouldn't work. But when we changed it to 1841, then it did work.
No, it should work with even 2811 also. Only thing is, when you made the initial, when you connected router, maybe the physical connection should have been wrong. IP
Okay.
address would have been wrong. You would have used a different cable. That could have been the reason. And
Okay.
replace router with some other router. At that time, you would have done it properly.
Okay. No problem. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Any other doubts here? Okay, fine. So now we have configured the IGP routing protocols. Means what? We configured the interior gateway routing protocol so far. Within the ISP network, we have seen as how to do distribution so that sorry, we did not finish it off, right? Sorry. So let's go to R17 now and finish off here with redistribution of routes from one route to other routing. Let's do that first. First of all, I would like to do redistribution of routes from EIGRP into RIP protocol and also OSPF into RIP protocol and now static routes into RIP protocol. When I try to do, now see carefully, even though this is the connected network ID, this also is a connected network ID. When I say show IP route R17, 82 and 1 level will be shown as what? Connected network IDs. They are not because of EIGRP. This is only EIGRP route. But when I try to redistribute from EIGRP into RIP protocol, ask RIP protocol to redistribute EIGRP routes, 81 network is in EIGRP route on R17, this should definitely be redistributed. But why should 82 be redistributed? 82 is what? Actually a connected network ID. But because on this interface, EIGRP is enabled, as part of redistribution, this particular network also will get redistributed into what? RIP protocol. Same is the case with 111.0.0.0. Even though this is a connected route, is routing table of R17, as part of redistribution from OSPF into RIP protocol, this 111 network also will get into what? RIP protocol. But here, there's no routing protocol is not there on this interface, right? So when you try to send the static routes into RIP protocol, this 92 network alone will not get redistributed. So what do I do? Again, I say, well, redistribute the connected network ID into RIP protocol. So I've seen this already the other day. So what I do at one go, I try to redistribute all these routes into what? RIP protocol. So how do I do that? EIGRP 300 into RIP protocol, OSPF 10 into RIP protocol, static routes into RIP protocol, connected routes also into RIP protocol on R17. So let's do that. I go to R17.
Mr. Koti,
Yes, sir.
could you please do it a little bit slowly so that we can take some for configuration, because we would like to practice on our own before you upload the video sometimes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Exactly.
So I go to R17. I say configure terminal. I say router RIP. I say redistribute EIGRP 300. When I try to ask RIP protocol to redistribute, I should also mention the metric, right? With what metric? 2. Redistribute EIGRP 300 is metric as what? 2. Redistribute OSPF 10 with metric as what? 2. Redistribute static routes. No need to mention the metric. Redistribute connected No need to mention the metric. So these commands take you to redistribute from EHRP into RIP, OSPF into RIP, static into RIP, and also connected into RIP protocol. I'm asking the RIP protocol to redistribute all the routing, other routing protocols into what? RIP protocol. Right? If our redistribution is correct, then if I go to this router here, which particular router? Then if I go to R21, I should see all these routes. I should see 81 series routes, 80 series routes, 90 series routes, and also 110, 111, and 112, right? Let's do that on R21. So I go to R21. I go to R21. In R21 here, I give the command enable. I say show IP route. So what do I see? I see routes for 80 series I can see, 90 series I can see, 100 series I
David,
can
could
see,
you get the chicken out for us?
right? I can see all the routes on R21. Similarly, let us now do redistribution from other routing protocols into EIGRP. So again, what do I do? Redistribute from where? RIP protocol into EIGRP, and also OSPF into EIGRP, static also into EIGRP, connected also into EIGRP. So let us do that on R17. So I go to R17. R17 I say configure terminal router EIGRP 300 redistribute RIP protocol with metric 128 20,000 150 150 1500. Similarly, redistribute OSPF 10 with metric 128 20,000 150 150 1500. Redistribute the static routes. Redistribute the connected routes. So these are the commands I give in R17 to redistribute from other routing protocols into EIGRP. I'm asking EIGRP to redistribute the RIP routes, OSPF 10 routes, static routes, and connected routes. So once I do that, here, now if I go to R15, I should see all these routes now. Let us go to R15 and see these routes. I go to R15. There I try to see these routes. I go to R15. In R15, I try to see these routes. I say enable. I say show IP route. I should see all these routes. I should see 80 series, 90 series, 100 series, 111 series, and also other network IDs, right? Fine. Similarly, I ask OSPF to redistribute RIP protocol routes, EIGRP routes, static routes, and also connected routes. Static routes and also connected routes. So let's do that on R17. I go to R17. In R17, I say exit. I say router OSPF 10 redistribute the RIP protocol routes. redistribute EHRP 300 routes, redistribute the static routes, redistribute the connected routes. This is what I do in OSPF. When I'm trying to send into OSPF, I don't have to mention the metric. I simply say redistribute rep, EHRP, static, and then connected routes. Now, we have done redistribution of the routes into the routing protocols here. That's fine. But if you see here, we have what? We have static routing. So I can't redistribute from, I can't ask static to redistribute EHRP, right? Static is not a routing protocol. So what should I do? I should actually manually add all the routes here on R18. I should add on 18, I should add routes for what? 90, 81 network, 82 network, 111 network, 112 network, 169 network, 101 network, 100 network, and also the other networks, this network. And also for what? Other customers also. All the networks should add specifically add route in table R18. Not possible, right? Even if I add routes for all the network IDs here, I say send the packet to whom? 92.0.0.2. This will be the next stop address for all the routes, right? Instead of adding so many static routes on the router R18, I simply add a default route, say any network anymore, simply pass on the packet whom now 92.0.0.2. Right? Let's do that on R18. So I go to R18. I go to R18. I say enable. So on R18, add this route. R18 add a route saying configure terminal IP route 0.0.0.0 0.0.0.0. Pass on the packet whom 92.0.0.2. You understand now? This route add in the routing table. When I give the command show IP route, I could see this route in the routing table. Default route. Similarly, again, instead of adding so many routes, on R19, for all the network IDs, pass on the packet to 91.2, right? Instead of adding so many specific routes, I add one default route, say any network anymore, simply pass on the packet to 91.0.0.2. So I go to this folder router, add this route. So R19, add a route. I say enable, I say configure terminal, I say IP route 0.0.0.0, 0.0.0.0. Pass on the packet to whom? Pass on the packet whom 91.0.0.2. 91.0.0.2. Again, I go here, I give the command show IP route. I say this default route is routing 91.0.0.2, right? So that's how I do routes in the static zone. I do this. You understand here? So because static, I can't send into static. Static is not routing protocol, right? Instead of adding so many static routes on R18, R19, I simply add a default route, because even for the static specific routes, the next stop address is still the previous router only. You understood this here? Now everything is fine. What should happen now? I should ping, all the customers should ping each other, right? So let us go to 183.1 in this particular system here. From there, try to ping all the systems 211.212.213.10.20 and also 169.179. Let us see this now. So I go to this particular route system here. So I go to this particular server here, desktop, command prompt. So where am I? I say IP config. What is my IP address? 183.193.0.10. From there, I try to ping. Okay, let's say 81.0.0.1. I could ping. Can I ping 82.1? I should be able to ping. 82.0.0.1. I could ping. Can I ping 91.1? 92.1? 91.0.0.1. I could ping. Can I ping 92.1? 92.0.0.1 also I could ping. Can I ping 111? 111.0.0.1 I could ping. Can I ping 112? Can I ping 112.0.0.1 I could ping. Can I ping 211? Ping 211.212.213.10 I could ping. Can I ping .20? Also I could ping. Can I ping 169.17.0.10 and 20? Also I will ping. Ping 169.0.0.10 I could ping. Sorry. .10 I could ping. Sorry, 169.179. 179.0.10 I should ping. I should also ping 169.179.0.20. .20 also I could ping, right? So I'm able to ping from here all the systems in this particular service provider network. So you are done Reddish Vision now. So any doubts so far you can
Which
ask.
system we started pinging? I'm a bit confused.
Which one? Where are you pinging from? I'll let you know. So I go here. From this particular system in this ISP, I ping what? I ping 81.1. I pinged 82.1. I pinged what? 91.1. I could ping 92.1. I could put 111.1. I could ping 112.1. I also could ping the systems here in this particular network here 211.212.10, 13.10. Also ping 211.212.213.20. Also ping from here 169.17.0.10. Also this particular system. So in fact, I try to ping all the networks from this particular one system. I try to ping all systems in the ISP number 3. You understood here? Any doubts?
No, that's okay. Yeah.
Now the question is, now we have done sufficient routing so that all the systems in the same ISP could talk to each other. But what happens to customers in one ISP? Can they talk to customers in the second ISP, third ISP? No, because they don't know those routes. For example, if at all I go to, like, say, any one particular system in the first ISP here, say I go to the first ISP here, which ISP? Say I go to the first ISP AS100, I go to, let's say, 130.140.0.10. From there, can I ping the systems in the second ISP? Which systems here? 201.202.203.10. Can I ping 211.212.213. Which are in the third ISP? No. Let's try that. 201 and 211, right? So let's go to 130.140. I go to 130.140.0.10. This particular server system is present in the ISP number 1. I go to this particular system. Here, I give the command ipconfig. Where am I? 130.140. From there, if I say ping 201.202.203.10, this is in the ISP2. I cannot ping. Can I ping 212.211.212.213 in the ISP number 3? I cannot ping. Ping 211.212.213.10. I could not ping. This system is ISP3. I could not ping there also. You understand now? So the issue is you're not done redistributing the ISPs, right? So the same ISP can talk to each other. The ISPs in different networks cannot talk to each other. You understand? If at all you see this particular diagram like this. So all these customers can talk to each other. These customers also can talk to each other. These customers also can talk to within the ISP, the customers can talk to each other. But the customers in one ISP are not able to talk to customers in the second ISP or third ISP. Between the ISPs, they can't talk to each other. So what should I do now? Between the ISPs also, I should do routing. I should configure exchange of routes between the ISPs. So between the ISPs, we don't enable RIP protocol here. We don't enable EHRP, RIP protocol, or OSPF or ISIS. Between the ISP routers, we configure something called as BGP routing protocol. So what do I configure here now? BGP. And then as a BGP routing protocol to do routing between the border routers of this ISP. You understand now? So let's configure BGP between these two routers and then see how to make all the network IDs talk to each other. Right? Shall I do it now?
Yeah, Mr. Koti,
Yes, yes.
could you slow down a little bit? BGP, very important here. Just taking notes.
Yes, I do that. Okay. Now I'm trying to configure BGP routing protocol between the R9 router and R10 router. This R9 is a border router of ISP, which is having AS100, and R10 is a border router of the ISP, who is actually having AS200. Between these two routers, I'm trying to configure BGP routing protocol. So let us do that. So first of all, I enable BGP protocol process on the router and then inform about the neighbor, right? How do I give the command on R9? Router BGP 100. You belong to which AS? 100 AS. So router BGP 100. Your neighbor is 11.0.0.1. Sorry, here some mistake is there. Okay. So first of all, let us correct the IP addressing scheme first. Then we go. Just a minute.
ماشي غلط كلمة.
Now it's correct. Okay. I'm trying to configure now BGP routing protocol between these two routers, R9 and R10. So I go to R9. First of all, I go to R9, enable BGP in AS100 by giving the command router BGP 100. Then I say your neighbor is 11.0.0.2. The remote host which he belongs to is what? 200. That's how I configure BGP on R9. So let's go to R9. I go to R9. I go to R9. So I go to R9. I say enable. I say configure terminal router BGP 100. I'm enabling BGP in the AS100 here on R9 router. Now I see your neighbor is 11.0.0.2. The remote host which he belongs to is 200. Right? Neighbor 11. That's how I configure on BGP on R9 router. Right? So how do I do it on R10 again? So I go to R10 router, R10. There what do? I say router BGP 200. You belong to which AS now? 200 AS. And I say your neighbor is 11.0.0.1. The remote host which he belongs to is 100. Right? That's how I do an R10 router. So let us go to R10 router and configure BGP now. I go to R10 router. In R10, I say enable. I say configure terminal. I say configure terminal. Router BGP 200. I say router BGP 200. Right? And the remote host which he belongs to is 200. Your neighbor is 11.0.0.1. The remote host which he belongs to is what? 100. That's why I configure BGP on R10 router. Router BGP 200. You belong to 200 AS, and your neighbor 11.1 belongs to what? 100. In other words, this means you should enable neighborship with the neighbor whose user IP address 11.1, and he belongs to remote AS what? 100. That's the command. Now, if I say show IP BGP neighbors, it shows that BGP neighbor. It shows that there's one neighbor here with whom it is what? Established. It says what is the neighbor 11.0.0.1 is what? Established. They become neighbors to each other. Right? That's how I make them as neighbors. Any doubts here in this, you can ask me.
And Koti, thanks. And a question, you know the IP address you changed on AS100?
Correct?
And does that affect whether it is another IP address? Because if it was like the 12 you left there, why does it not work? Because I tried that this weekend and it wasn't working, and I can see it's because of the IP address on the router 9, because it had all of .0.02.
So that actually was wrong. No, the previous diagram I put actually was wrong. It was like say 12.1 here, it was 11.2. The different IP networks were there, right?
Yeah.
Now I corrected it. I edited some printing mistake. When I did the design, I did wrong there. So this is what 11.1, 11.2, 12.1, 12.2.
But out of curiosity, I want to know why does that affect? Why does
There are different IP addresses, right? How can they reach? In the previous diagram, it was like this. I did not do editing properly that time. That time it was like this. You can see here, right? That time I give the IP address here as what? 12.2. This is what? 11.1. And 12.2, 11, there's no route. How can 12.2 ping 11.1? They can't ping because route is not there, right? That's why they could not become neighbors to each other. This is wrong. This should have been 11.1, 11.2, 12.1, 12.2. Right? So I corrected it later. Today I edited this particular diagram in the Illustrator. I gave proper IP address 11.1, 11.2, 12.1, 12.2. You understood this, Abhi again? So that's a printing mistake. When I did designing, I did not do designing properly. I gave wrong IP address to the interfaces. One side is 11 network, and next what? 12 network, so they can't talk to each other. Any doubts here? Okay.
Yeah, so far so good, Kotik. Carry on.
Okay. Now let us see. I called BGP here, right? These two BGP. Again, what should I do now? Config BGP between whom now? This router and this router? These two are also BGP neighbors, right? Between these two also should enable what? BGP routing protocol. Let's do that. Right now I enable BGP only between these two routers, this router and this router. Now I'm trying to do between these two routers because between ISP2 and ISP3, these are the border routers. How do I do that? So again, I go to R10, router BGP what? 200. Your neighbor is 12.2. The remote taste which he belongs to is what? 300. So let us do that on R10. So I go to R10. I go to R10. So what do I do in R10? I say configure terminal. I say router BGP 200. Your neighbor is 12.0.0.2. The remote taste which he belongs to is 300. That's what I do on R10. Right? Similarly, I go to R15. Now I go to R15. There I give the command router BGP 300. Your neighbor is 12.1. The remote taste which he belongs to is, your neighbor is, let's say, 12.1, right? And the remote taste which he belongs to what? 200. Let's do it on R15. So I go to R15. I go to R15. There I give the command R15. I give the command configure terminal router BGP 300. Your neighbor is 12 dot 0 dot 0 dot 1. The remote AS to which he belongs to is 200. Neighbor 12 daughter, remote AS is what? 200. Right? Once I do this, when I give the command show IP BGP neighbors, again this says what? BGP neighbor is so and so. It is what? Established. You understand? No? So we enable what? BGP neighborship between the ISP routers. Any doubts so far? You can ask me. Fine. Now let us do redistribution from routing protocols into BGP, BGP into again routing protocols. So first of all, let us see how to bring all these routes. Let us see how to bring all the routes of ISP to ISP2. Fine. Now see carefully here. Now if I go to R10 router here, if R10 I say show IP route, I don't see these routes. I don't see 20 series routes or 30 series routes or 40 series routes or 50 series routes. I don't see these routes on R10. Let's see that. So I go to R10. I go to R10. There, I give the command show IP route. I do not say 20 series routes, 20 networks routes, 30 network or 40 network routes, right? Because they're only till here right now. As of now, these routes are only have come till the border router of ISP, which is that R9. R9 is the border of router of ISP1. So that all these routes have come till there. Let's go to R9. So I go to R9, I should see all these routes on the border router of ISP1. So I go to R9. There I give the command show IP route. There I see all 20 series routes. I also see 30 series routes, 40 series routes, and also 50 series routes, right? And also other network IDs. But all of them are listed as what? OSPF routes. Why OSPF routes? Because as far as R9 is concerned, OSPF is giving these routes. As far as R9 is concerned here, OSPF only is giving the routes. So R9 will add these routes in the routing table as so they are OSPF routes. You understand now? But they are not come till here. But who should give to whom now? If at all the routes here which are OSPF routes, they need to be given to this R10. Who should give to R10 now? BGP, right? So what should I do now? I should redistribute from OSPF into what? BGP. I should from where to where? OSPF into BGP. I should ask BGP to advertise the OSPF routes into what? BGP. So let's do that. So I go to R9. I go to R9. I go to R9. In R9, I say configure terminal. I say router BGP 100, right? First ISP. Redistribute the OSPF 10 routes. And also match internal as well as external routes. So I'm saying send what? Both internal routes of OSPF and external routes of OSPF. What are external routes which have come through redistribution? OEX, O routes and OEX routes, all of them advertised into what? BGP. I say into BGP, there's no need for metry, but from OSPF you should mention whether internal external routes also are being sent or not. So once I do this, now if I go to the BGP router of ISP2, which is R10, I should see all these routes in R10, right? Let's say in R10. So I go to R10. I go to R10. I go to R10. There I give the command show IP route. When I say enter, I should see what? I should see 20 series routes, as well as 30 series route, as well as 40, almost 50 series routes I can see. I can also see all these routes. All these routes are listed as what? BGP routes, BGP. I say enter, I should see all the BGP routes. You understand, no? Fine. Now, these routes have come till where? These routes have come till here, till R10, right? So the ISP 1 routes have come till R10. But they're all listed as what? BGP routes here. Now they should be sent into what? OSPF, this side, and to EIGRP this side, right? So I should ask, if at all I go to, like, say R12 now, there I say show IP route. I don't see this 20, 30, 40, 50 networks. Why? They are still here only. As what? As BGP routes. Only when I redistribute from BGP into OSPF, because the OSPF domain here, I should see all these routes, right? Let's go to R12. I go to R12. I go to R12. So when I go to R12 here, I say show IP route, show IP route. What happens? I see only the 60, 70, I don't see 20, 30, 40, 50. So what I do now? I go to the BGP router. Which router here? R10. And ask OSPF to redistribute the BGP routes into OSPF, BGP into OSPF. So I go to R10. I go to R10. So what do I do in R10 now? In R10, I say configure terminal. I say router OSPF 10. Redistribute the BGP 200 routes. Because on R10 they're listed as what? 200 only is enabled on BGP. On R10, 200, right? So I'm asking OSPF to send BGP routes into this. I say enter. Into OSPF, there's no need for mentioning metrics. So I just simply use this particular command. Router OSPF 10, redistribute BGP 200 routes into OSPF. If that is the case, now if I go to this particular router, which router here? R12 router, I should see all the routes coming here, right? So let's go to R12 router now. I go to R12. There I give the command again, show IP. I should see all these routes, 20 series routes, 30 series routes, 40, 50, 60, 70, all this I can see. All are listed as what? Oh, external type 2. Because OSPF is given to this router, I can see these routes in the router. Similarly, these routes here should also go this side also, right? To these routers. So if I go to R14, when I say show, I don't see any route of ISP1 or R14. Let us go to R14. I go to R14. There. In R14, I give the command enable, I say show IP route. Do I see 20 series over there? I don't see. I don't see 20, 30, 40, 50 series routes on R14. So what should I do? I should again redistribute from where to where? From BGP into EIGRP 200, right? So where should I do that? On R10, because EIGRP is enabled here. I should ask EIGRP on R10 to redistribute BGP 200 routes into EHRP. So let's do that R10 now. I go to R10. I go to R10. So in R10, I say exit. Now I go to router EIGRP 200. You redistribute BGP 200 routes into EIGRP. Also mention the metric 128, 20,000, 150, 150, 1500. I'm asking EIGRP 200 to redistribute the BGP 200 routes into EIGRP with so and so metric, right? Once I do that, once I do this in R10 router, now if I go to this R14, I should see those routes. So I go to R14 now. There, I give the command show IP route. What do I see? I see all these routes, 20 series, 30 series, 40 series, 50 series, I can see on this particular R14. You understand now? So these routes have come till here. These routes have come till here. Now my question is, these routes should have come till here also, right? Because we already enabled BGP between these routers here. The BGP is enabled here, which we enabled here, right? So these routes, had they come here, they would have come till here also, right? BGP will send the BGP routes to this BGP router R15. So they should have come to R15 also. Let us see that. Let us go to R15 and see whether, see, you understand what I'm trying to say? Because initially itself, when this BGP router gives to this BGP router, BGP distributes the BGP routes automatically. So this would have come till here also in R15. Let's go to R15 and see this. So I go to R15. I go to R15, I say enable, I say show IP route. When I say show IP route, now I can see all these routes. And all these are what? BGP routes, right? Show IP route BGP. It shows all these are what? BGP routes on R15. So what should I do in R15? Again, if you see the diagram here, R15 is what? A border router. BGP routing, all these are BGP routes. But will they come to these routers here? Also these routers here? No. Because I didn't know, even R16 also these routes will not be there, right? So let us go to R16 and see these routes. I go to R16. I go to R16. When I go to R16, I say enable, I say show IP route. I cannot see this. I don't see 20 series, 30 series, 40, 50 series, I don't see here. Why? Because these routes have come only till here. These routes have come only till where? Only till R15 router. They come only till R15 router. They're not gone till R16. But who should give to R16? What's enabled here? EIGRP. So I should do what? BGP into EIGRP. I should go to EIGRP 300, redistribute what? BGP 300 routes into what? EIGRP. Only then it will come till here, right? Or it will also go till R17. Let's say this. So I go to R15. And R15, all these are listed as what? BGP routes. So I say configure terminal I say router EIGRP 300 redistribute BGP 300 routes with metric 128, 20,000, 150, 150, 1500. I'm asking EIGRP to advertise BGP 300 routes into what? EIGRP. Right? So once I do that, now if I go to the R16, I should see these routes, right? Let's go to R16 and see the routes now. I go to R16. There I give the command show IP route. I should see all these routes. 20 series, 30 series, 40 series, 50s I can see on R16. So will they go to R17 also? They would have gone to R17 also, right? Let's go to R17 also now. I go to R17. I go to R17. I go to R17, I say enable, I say show IP route. What do I see there? I see all these routes, right? Now my question is, these routes are listed as what? EIGRP routes. External routes of EIGRP. Now, we already have done redistribution on this router from EIGRP into OSPF, EIGRP into RIP protocol. Already we have done that, right? So what happens? As part of redistribution from EIGRP into RIP protocol, these routes also would have gone now. So if I go to R21, what should I see? I should see all the 20 series routes. On R23 also should see all these routes. Let us see that now. I go to R21 and I say show IP route. I go to R21 and say show IP route. So I say enable, I say show IP route. So I should see all the 20 series routes, 30, 40, 50 series routes here. R21. Not only here, even if I go to this R23 also, I should see what? The 20 series routes. Let us go to R23. I go to R23. So when I go to R23 here, I say enable, I say show IP route. I should see all these routes in the routing table. 20, 30, 40, 50 series, I can see now. You understand now? So what did I do? Let's have a look at it again. Because these routes are border, these routes are come till the border of ISP1. They all have come till ISP1 here. Okay, let me remove all this. So all these routes are come till ISP1. They all have come till ISP, this router, right? Because our redistribution, they all have come till here. So what did I do? I redistributed from OSPF into BGP here, BGP into OSPF here, BGP into EIGRP here, and again here from BGP into EIGRP. That's all. And on R7, already you have done redistribution from EIGRP into RIP and EIGRP into OSPF. They already gone till here. And there's no need to send this because you already had a default route in the routing table R18, 19 because there's static routing here. We don't have to send this side also, right? You understood this? Any issues are there so far?
Yeah.
Please ask questions.
Okay.
Yes, Abdi.
It's Mahdi.
I'm Mehdi then.
Yeah, thank you. I'm a bit confused with the sequence of ISPs, whether it starts from left, from right to left, or we should start from
Anyway,
right.
anyway, it's okay. I'm only going by step now. I'm saying from 100 into 200, 200 into 300, I'm doing like this. 100
So-
ISP 100 routes, I'm making sure that they are known to the routers in ISP2 and ISP3. Now I'll make
Right.
sure that ISP2 routes are also known to ISP1 and ISP3. Then I'll make sure that ISP3 routes are also known to ISP2 and ISP1.
So if we are following AS 100, 200, or 300, then we start from left to right.
So right, yes. This could, the first ISP could be AS, let's say 101. Second could be ASP 20. Third could be ASP 1004. The number could be anything,
Okay, thank you.
right? So now I only made sure that ISP 1 routes are known to ISP 2 and ISP routers. Now let us make sure that ISP 2 routes are known to ISP 1 and ISP 3. Then make sure that ISP 3 routes are known to ISP 1 and 2.
Goodbye.
Then they all can ping each other. Yes, Vadat?
Yeah, I missed on the border router, which is BGP AS300, when you were distributing to EIGRP 300, the configurations. I missed it a little bit.
Mhm.
So
That's
what
very
was
simple. I went to R15. I went to router EIGRP 300, redistribute BGP 300 or something. With so and so.
Okay.
I'll show that on R. Where is that? I'll show that again to you. You missed as to what I
So-
did on R15, right? I'll show you what I
Yeah.
did on R15.
Yeah, thank you.
I go to R15. This is what I did. I went to router EIGRP 300, redistribute BGP 300 routes with so and so metric. That's all. This one command I give to EIGRP 300.
Thank you so much.
Welcome, brother. Now, let us make sure that we have seen that ISP1 routes are known to ISP2 and ISP3 routers so far. Now let us make sure that ISP2 routes are known to ISP1 and ISP2, right? Which one network IDs come under ISP2 now? The 60 series here and the 70 series here come under what? ISP2 routes. Of course, this network also is there. 201, 202 also is there. 207, 208 also is there. These all come under what? ISP2 routes. Now, if I go to R11, R10, these 60 series, these routes are listed as what? OSPF routes. These are listed as what? EIGRP 200 routes, right? Let us go and see this on R10. I go to R10. I go to R10. I give the command show IP route. So many routes are there now. Let's say show IP route EIGRP. The 70 series are what? EIGRP routes. Show IP route OSPF. These routes are 60 series is what? OSPF routes. I should send the OSPF routes and EIGRP routes into what? BGP. So if at all I want these routes to be known to ISP1 and ISP3, what should I do? I should go to R10 BGP here and say what? Redistribute OSP routes into BGP. EIGRP routes also into BGP. Then what happens? BGP, not only this side, they also go this side also, right? So I should go to R10 and send what? Ask BGP 200 to to redistribute OSP of 10 and EIGRP 200 routes into what? BGP. OSPF into BGP, EIGRP into BGP. Let's do that on R10. I go to R10. I say configure terminal, router BGP 200, redistribute EIGRP 200 routes, enter, redistribute OSPF 10 routes, match internal and external. For OSP, we should specifically mention both internal and external of OSP routes send into what? EIGRP, BGP. Also send EIGRP routes also into BGP. So I'm asking router BGP 200 here to redistribute EIGRP 200 routes and redistribute OSPF 10 routes, both internal and external routes. These two I'm sending into what? BGP. You understood here? That is the case. What happens? If that is like, let's make sure that these 60 and 70 series go to ISP1. So once I do that, they come till R9 and they'll be residing here as what? BGP routes, right? Because I put in BGP, the BGP has to go into BGP, I should see on R9. Let's go to R9 now. I go to R9. I go to R9. So I say enable, I say show IP route. So I see all these routes, 60 series routes I can see here. I also see 70 series also I see here, right? Show IP route BGP, I should see all these as BGP routes. So they have come till R9. But will they go to the next router here? Will they go at least till R8? No. Because this is what? OSPF enabled here. So only when I send from BGP into OSPF, this router will come to know about it. Right now it doesn't know because I did not do from BGP into OSPF. I did from OSPF into BGP. I did not do from BGP into OSPF. So I go to R8 and say show IP route. I go to R8, show IP route. So R80 I see, right? So I don't see 60 and 70 series here now. So what should I do? I should now go to R9, say what? BGP into, I should go to OSPF. Ask it to reach with the BGP 100 routes on R9. So I go to R9. I go to R9. There. I say configure terminal, router OSPF 10, redistribute BGP 100 routes into OSPF. I say it. So I'm sending from BGP into what? OSPF. Asking OSPF to redistribute the BGP 100 routes. Now if I go to this router here, now if I go to R8, I should see these routes. Let's say in R8 first of all. I go to R8. I go to R8. There I say show IP route. I should see these routes, 60 series and also 70 series. Fine. Will they come to the other router, nearby router, next router? They'll also come till R3, right? Because OSPF will give to OSPF, I should see an R3. Let's go to R3. I go to R3 router. I go to R3 router. And R3 I say enable. I give the command show IP route. What do I see? I see here 60 series routes as well as 70 series routes, right? I see this. Now my question is, but these are listed as what? These are all listed as OSPF routes, right? 60 and 70 what? OSPF routes. We already have configured from OSPF into RIP protocol. We have done it already here. We also have done from OSPF into EHRP also, right? Means what? As part of it, these are all gone already. So if I go to R1, I should see the 60 and 70 series also, right? Let us see this. I go to R1. I go to R1. In R1, what do? I say enable. I say show IP route. What do I see? I say 60 series routes as well as 70 series routes I see on R1 router. Not only R1, do I see these routes on the other router here? Do I see it on R5 also? Yes. Let's go to R5 router and see these routes. I go to R5. I see these routes. I go to R5. There also I give the command show IP route. Enable. I say show IP route. I should see all this 60 and 70 routes. You understand now? So that's how the ISP2 routes have come till ISP1. My question is, had they gone to, will they be going already to ISP3? ISP2 routes I put into what? From OSPF into BGP, EHRP into BGP, they have gone till R9. From R9 again I put from BGP to OSPF, it has gone till here. But will they go to R15?
No.
The BGP, OSPF BGP are arguing to this BGP already, it has gone to R15 already. We already configured here from BGP into EHRP, right? We already configured here from EHRP into, OSPF and also EHRP into RIP protocol, right? So these ISP2 routes would have already come till R23, the OSPF route here in the ISP3. Let's see this. I go to R23, give the command show IP route. So I go to R23. I go to R23. I say enable, I say show IP route. I should say what? I should say 60 series and also 70 series here, right? Similarly, even if I go to R21 also, I should see these routes. Let us go to R21. I go to R21. I go to R21. Now when I go to R21, I say enable, I say show IP route. I should see the 60 and 70 series routes here also. So what happened so far? ISP1 routes have gone to ISP2 and ISP3. ISP2 also have gone till ISP1 and ISP3. Now what should I do now? ISP3 route should go from ISP3, ISP2 and ISP1, right? Let's see that. So ISP3 routes, let me remove all this. ISP3 routes would have come till the border router of ISP3. Who is the border router of ISP3? We have here R15. R15 is the border router of ISP3. There I should say this 90 series and also 100 series and also 111 and 112. Let's go to R15 and see these routes now. I go to R15. I say enable. I say show IP route. I should see what I should see here. 90 series and also 100 series and also 110 and all I can see till they come till here on R15. They are all listed as what? EIGRP routes, right? Because the border router is with EIGRP configured and BGP. Let's see this. So I go here, I see all of them as what EIGRP routes. But did I put from EIGRP into BGP here? I have not done that. So I want this ISP3 routes to be sent into BGP. So all other ISPs also will know about it. I have not done that. That's why if I go to R10 now and say show IP BGP, I will not see 80 series, 90 series, 100 and 110 series. Let's see that. I go to R10. So I go to R10. There I give the command show IP route. What do I see? I do not see here 90 series, 100 series and 111 series. Also 80 series, right? So let's do that. Let us put all these routes into BGP now. So where do I go? I go to R15. Send from EIGRP into BGP. So I go to R15. So there I say configure terminal router BGP 300 redistribute EIGRP 300 routes. I say once I do this on R15 from EIGRP into BGP, now they should have gone everywhere. Right? You already configure redistribution, right? This should go to R10. Let's say in R10. I go to R10. I go to R10. I give the command show IP route. I should see this 80 series, 90 series, and 100 series also. Now, we already configure redistribution everywhere, right? So once they come to RT, we already did from BGP into OSPF, also BGP into EIGRP, and this BGP would have given to BGP. Again, BGP into OSPF already we are done. Again, from here also, it has gone from OSPF into EIGRP and all, right? We are done everywhere. That means what? So even if I go to R12, I should see these routes. R14 also, I should see this route. Let's see that. R12 and R14. So I go to R12. I say enable show IP route. I should see these routes. I should see 80, 90 series and all I should see. Even if I go to R14 also, I should see these routes. Enable show IP route. I should see these routes in the routing table. You understand now? Not only that, I should see them in ISP 1 also. They will come all this way. Even if I go to R1, I should see these routes. I go to R1 also, I should see these routes. Even if I go to R1, I should see these routes. I go to R1. I go to R1. There also I should see this. I say show IP route. I should see these routes in routing table. I should see what? 90 series, 100 series, 110 all I can see. You understand now? So everywhere the routes are gone, right? That is the case. All the systems in the different ISPs should be able to talk to each other. So I go to, like, say, this particular system here, 130.140.0.10, present in ISP 1. I should also be able to ping home the systems in ISP 2, which is that 201.202.203.10. Also 207.208.209.10. Also the systems in ISP 3, 211.210.213.10, and also 169.179.0.10 and also 183.193.0.10, right? From the ISP1, I should be able to ping all systems in other ISPs also. Shall we do it now? So I go to ibm.com now. I go to ibm.com, the server in IBM, right? ipconfig. Where am I? I'm at 130.140.0.10. From there, I would like to ping, sorry. From there, I would like to ping the other networks. Let me ping all the networks which we know. I said ping 160.170.0.10. This is in ISP1 network only. I could ping. Can I ping 180.190.0.10? This was an ISP1 only. 180.190.0.10. I could ping. These two are in ISP1. I'm in ISP1. I could ping my own ISP networks. Can I ping ISP2? Ping 201.202.203.10. This is an ISP2. So systems in ISP1 are routing systems in ISP2 because they configure BGP and also did all redistribution. Can I ping 207.208.209.10? Yes. This also is in what? ISP2. Can I ping in ISP3? Ping 183.193.0.10. I could ping. This is an ISP3. In ISP3, we have two more networks. 211 ping 211.212.213.10. I could ping. Can I also ping the systems 169 ping 169.179.0.10? I could ping. You understand now? So from ISP1, I could ping all the systems in other two ISPs also. So all the ISPs now are able to talk to each other. You understand now? So now what should I do? I go to ISP DNS server here, configure the ISP DNS server with proper host records for www.ibm.com, which is in ISP1, cisco.com ISP1, nasa.com ISP1, and also iit.edu ISP3. I create entries for all the sites wherever they are present. Once I make them as DNS client of this particular DNS server, all the systems should talk to each other. You understand now? So what we have done, let me summarize before I open it for discussion. So here in our case study, I say 3 ISPs are there. As shown in the diagram, we have, like, say, 3 ISPs. ISP1, ISP2, ISP3 with AS100, AS200, AS300 respectively. Right? So what did we do? We configured here RIP protocol, we configured EHRP, we configured OSPF, we configured static routes. Then we did from what? EHRP into RIP, OSPF into RIP, static routes also into RIP, corrected route also into RIP. Same way, RIP into EHRP, OSPF into EHRP, static and corrected EHRP, same way also into OSPF. Then we brought all routes still here. This what? BGP between these two routers, from OSPF into BGP, again BGP into OSPF, BGP into EHRP, OSPF into EHRP, EHRP into OSPF, right? Now it's OSPF into BGP, BGP into again OSPF. Same thing also I did here, so that all the networks are now reachable by all the routers. You understand? Like that, on the real internet also, different ISPs are there with different routing protocols enabled within the ISP. And the BGP routers there, the border routers of the ISPs, we make them as what? Neighbors, enable distribution so that all the networks could reach all the routers. Routers could reach all the networks. Any doubt here? I know it's like, say, it's an elaborate, a very big case study, right? With around how many routers? Around 23, 24 routers, 23 routers are there in this particular case study. We did the same thing only again and again. You should only know where to do what redistribution, that's all right. We did not do anything new. You know all the commands. Only thing you should know which command should be applied where. And where I should redistribute from where to where. Once you know that, everything is easy, right? Any doubts here? Like, if you're silent. Mother?